Так, проверяю звук. Начинаю пятый день своих похождений. Так, проверяю звук. Начинаю пятый день своих похождений. Так, все работает. Все. Начинаем. Пятый день. Продолжить. Так, на чем я там остановился? Найти немецкого рыцаря надо. Так, вот эти квесты надо брать. А я могу переместиться прям в Сазаву. У меня открыта эта локация каким-то образом. Хотя там облачка. Но почему-то открыто. Какой-то еще один большой город. Большой городок. Ну, городок деревенского типа, а не крепость. Мне вот Ратая нравится, как крепость. А деревенского типа мне не очень городки нравятся. В этой игре. Как они меня тут-то узнают? Они меня и тут узнают уже. Так, с кем там поговорить-то? Немецкого рыцаря.
I'll be back in 2 shakes.
Где он?
I hope I can be of help to you, man.
I've heard there's a foreign knight staying here.
That Deutscher. He's gone, but he said he'll be back.
Окей. Как его зовут?
His name?
No, frankly, he wasn't the type you want to ask twice.
Why's that?
There are guests I like, and then there's those that keep me awake at night. This knight is a good payer, but he spends a whole day tweaking his whiskers and sizing everyone up for a fight. I don't have bloodshed in my establishment.
Did you see
Это
his friend?
Сигизмунд, что ли?
That's just it. He arrived with a white shield, nothing on it, And the Wagners tell me that's how knights ride when they want to stay incognito.
That is very odd. And do you know where he went?
Yes, he asked me the way. Or demanded more like. Bastard scared me so much I almost forgot to ask him to pay.
But you remembered in the end, eh?
Well, business is business.
And where was it he wanted to go?
Well, he asked me about a crossroads in the woods north of Rovna. I got the impression he was looking for someone. I know the road's that way. So I advised him to try looking at the charcoal burners junction.
I see. Thank you. So just what was he doing here?
He spent most of the day sitting, drinking, and gaping at the other patrons. Now and again someone came up to him and they talked a while, but nothing much went on.
Did you know any of those people?
No, nobody familiar.
Что-то они тут замышляют.
You're welcome. But may I ask why you're looking for him?
It's not
Не
anything
ваше
you
дело.
have to concern yourself with.
Не ваше дело.
It's just that the gentleman looked quite formidable and quite questionable. I'd hate him to think I'd sold him out.
Не волнуйтесь, я никому не скажу об этом. Надо сожрать что-нибудь. Жиранем. Так, теперь надо куда? Теперь в Ровну надо ехать. Как же далеко? Так, а куда бежать надо? Не в ту сторону побежал. Куда-то вот сюда надо. Так. Через лес скорочу.
Good God, what a bloody mess.
Так, какой-то труп тут. А вот он напали. И по кровавому следу. Да? Кто-то на кого-то напал и убил каких-то челиков.
Charcoal burners. Someone must have seen or heard something.
А углежоги живы.
God be with you. What happened at the crossroads?
What crossroads? What are you talking about?
Enough bullshit. I know you dragged somebody here, so tell me what happened.
I don't know nothing, and I haven't seen nothing. If you want to know something about it, just ask Boyar. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Who is
Что
this
за
boy?
Боря?
Boyar cracks the whip around here. You'll recognize him by his red cap.
Thank you.
Боря. Боря.
What is it?
Поговори с Борьей. В воду свалился. Боря, вставай.
No, clear off. Let me sleep. Oh, shit. Son off.
Спит, козел. Прилягу, я тоже тогда посплю. Так, в 5 утра он, надеюсь, проснется. Так, стрим все работает, да? Все заебся, все работает. Так, 1 часик остался. Все, поспал. Че, Боря, ты поспал? Это он до сих пор спит, походу. Боря.
Why are you waking me? Go away. No, clear off. Let me sleep.
А ну вставай.
Leave me be. I want to sleep. Leave me be. I want to sleep.
Сколько ты будешь спать-то? Подождем 5 часов. Ну что ты, проснулся, Боря? Куда-то убежал теперь еще. Боря.
Jesus Christ be praised.
What do you know about the wagon that's been ambushed at the crossroads?
I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Really?
Да что ты говоришь?
Is that a problem?
Do you have any idea whose wagon it was?
I don't know. And I don't care.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm sure you've heard of the gang that burned down Neuhof
Possibly.
and poisoned the well in Merchoyed. They're the kind of men you don't want to get on the wrong side of.
I don't know who you are, but my patience is wearing thin.
You're not the only one.
Right, you asked for it, you bastard.
Ты что, охренел? Ты сейчас драться вздумал? Ну, я его оглушил. Давай, Боря. Боря, вставай. Что у тебя с ногами, Боря? Получил? Теперь будешь нормально говорить?
You had enough now? You ready to talk yet?
Let's just get this straight. We didn't ambush anyone.
And what were you doing at the crossroads then?
We were just passing, and we saw the wagon. So we took the sacks.
Just the sacks? What about the trail of bloodstains leading to the camp?
I was just getting to that. We also found one wounded man. What am I saying, wounded? The fellow was hacked like a martyr in some holy picture. He begged us to hide him away.
So you have him here somewhere? Is he still alive?
The fellow has quite a will to live. I'll give him that.
Do you know
Кто
who
напал на
ambushed that
повозку?
wagon?
Not a clue. We came a long way after.
Did he tell you
Он
anything?
что-нибудь сказал?
He wasn't exactly talkative. His lungs are full of holes, so talking's a problem.
А где он?
We've locked him away in the shed. There.
I want to talk to him.
I don't know. He paid us. We're not to let anyone
Да мало
near
ли,
him.
что он там
I don't
заплатил.
mean to hurt him.
So be it. Here. Take the key.
Thanks.
А я и так мог у тебя забрать ключ, пока ты без сознания лежал.
Who are you?
Я пришел помочь тебе.
I've come to help you.
Oh, thank God. I thought I'd breathe my last here. Lucky for me, my guardian angel comes bursting through the door.
I'm no angel, so you'll have to answer a few questions before you get my help.
Ah, well. I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Who is it you work for? Who did the wagon belong to?
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this Menhart disappeared off to?
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I got here. I don't even know where here is.
Кто напал
Who
на
ambushed
повозку?
that wagon?
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know. I got a beating, and then I passed out.
Кто рыцарь на них напал?
Do you know what you were carrying in that wagon?
I never asked Menhart that.
Can I see your wound?
Are you a quack?
Sort of.
Ну, я могу перевязки делать.
That's a deep wound to the flank and you're still losing blood. You need to staunch it.
Will you help me?
I can try. Tell me more about the night.
Так, какая-то катсцена пошла.
Where's the coin?
What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
Это Сигизмунд, походу.
Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him. That's got to be that knight.
Кто это,
Is that
интересно?
all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop!
Какой-то усач. Нет, это не Сигизмунд. Похож на кобылу. Лошадь, ты где? Да ёбаные деревья. Куда он побежал-то? Он через кусты.
Well, I suppose it doesn't matter as long as he goes back to the Sasso Inn.
Блин, он убежал. Ну, конечно, я не догоню, потому что лошадь тупая. Опять далеко путешествовать. Я ей свечу, а она не бежит ко мне. У него, кстати, красивый доспех. Вот здесь я переживать могу. Переживать никак нельзя, да? Путешествие. Так, не туда. Что это за веревки? Что это за баг такой, а? Веревки из лошади торчат. Поводья.
Hey, he's here again. Well, I never. Henry, hey. Where's he going? Is he ignoring us?
А вот ты рыцарь этот. Ну, здравствуй, бля.
Cheers.
Look where you're going.
Вот ты и попался.
Here we are.
Bring me something to eat.
I'm happy to see you again, sir.
Bring me something to eat.
Likewise. No doubt you have many questions.
I certainly do.
We will talk. Not here, however. The bulls have ears. Let's meet at the pond after sunset. You'll find me waiting by the big willow tree.
Мне кажется, это будет засада, если к нему туда прийти.
No. You'll say what you have to say right here.
By allen Heiling, you are a brave one. But if you want to know anything, come to the pond after sunset.
Эй. После заката. Ночью надо. Спать могу, да? Халява. Так, я там сытый. Жирануть надо. Я больше жрать. Вот, котелка еще можно жирануть. Ну и где лошадь? Далеко бежать-то? Ульрих.
So here I am. What do you have to tell me?
I brought you here because I did not want to cause an alarm at the tavern. I'm very sorry, but you made a mistake coming here alone. And it will be your last.
Я же говорю, это засада будет. Сражаться или подождите? Сражаться! Я сражусь с тобой. Так, только щит одену сейчас. Стоп, не так сделаю. На самом деле его просто оглушить надо.
I hope you have said your prayers.
Oh.
Кровь мне пустил. Блин, стамина так быстро кончается. Да господи, боже мой. И где там сохранение теперь? Здесь вот сохранение, ладно. Да, он реально по лесам убегает. Ну стой. Догоню ли я его вообще? У него лошадь-то еще встает. А, ускорился козел. Ну стой! Куда он будет бежать, докуда? Интересно. У него устала лошадь, походу. Да сука. Бегает. Может мне с лука в него пострелять? А, стой! начинает ускоряться. Ну, у меня стамина не устанавливается. Ладно, пускай убегает, короче. То это без конца так можно бегать.
Well, I suppose it doesn't matter as long as he goes back to the Sasau Inn.
Пускай убегает. Так, ну попробую сейчас с ним поговорить. Все равно он сражаться будет или нет? Так, а где он? Теперь ты тут сидишь, в этом же месте.
I'm happy to see you again, sir.
Likewise. No doubt you have many questions.
I certainly do.
We will talk.
I'll be there.
I will expect you.
As you wish.
После захода солнца с ним надо встретиться. Его аж, наверное, не получится разговорить, он все равно начнет драться. Я проверю. Ну, игра хотя бы сохранилась. Это хорошо. На огороды какие-то забрел. Озеро тут. Ну шо?
So here I am. What do you have to
I brought you here because I did not want to cause an alarm at the tavern. I'm very sorry, but you made a mistake coming here alone. And it will be your last.
Wait!
You wish to make your peace with God? Very well. But be quick.
I just want to know why you ambushed that wagon.
You make no sense. Did your accomplices not tell you when they sent you after me?
Accomplices? What are you talking about? I'm here on behalf of Sir Radzik Kobila.
Radzik Kobila, you say? A nice attempt. Most men have such stories about wives and children. Your heart would break. Or else they try to buy me off with stolen coin.
Все равно, да, драться будешь? Ну, как я и говорил, все равно драться будет. Так, щит. Надо его тупо оглушить. Так. Размял его чуть-чуть. Так, тихо, тихо, тихо. Не надо мне дамажить сильно.
All right. You win. I surrender.
Well,
Чё, так быстро сдаешься? Ты, старик, даешь.
Who is that, Taffy? It seems I have finally
Да ну нафиг.
met my match.
I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here, and what you know about the ambushed wagon.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count.
I give you my word.
The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better kill me. I'm finished, anyway. Just as you are.
Бить его.
Why do you
Почему
think
это
I'm
мне
finished?
конец?
He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Once you take a weapon in your hand, your days are numbered. It is the same.
Да
for
что ты
every one of
говоришь?
Not everyone.
Every last one. Knight, mercenary, or footpad. There are men who die peacefully in bed, their wives and children at their sides. But not you. or I.
Но я бы его убил бы и
You will
залутал на
end
самом
your
деле. У
life
него
in
доспехи.
a ditch with your belly ripped.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye, if we do indeed have a common cause.
Ну, я не знаю. Вставайте.
Stand up.
Ладно, не
It
буду
is
его
true our
все-таки убивать.
meeting has not begun well, but if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobyla, then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
What man was that?
Mainhat, the merchant from Passau. Listen, I will explain everything to you, but first, I need
Sure.
you to do something for me.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned.
Who do you
Кого
know?
вы имеете в виду?
Master Tobias Pfeiffer. If you truly serve Sir Radzig, then you must know him.
I think I know who you mean. What do you want him for?
Я забыл, кто это.
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made, but I do not understand such technical matters. Master Pfeiffer, however,
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that.
it seems I have little choice. This is the last lead I have. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau and see what I might learn there.
Shouldn't you go with me to see Pfeiffer?
Почему он не хочет ехать
No.
со мной?
I must remain in Sassau. I have some loose ends that must be tied.
Хитрый Якубович.
What's your name, anyway?
I told you, I am Ulrich.
Just Ulrich?
It is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true, I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. But there are many ways to acquire such things these days. As I am sure you know.
So you're not a knight?
I am a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman. That is all you need to know.
I'd like to know more, but I have a feeling you won't tell me.
Your feeling is correct.
Так кому
Who
вы
are you working
служите?
for?
I understand why you wish to know, but this does not mean I am at liberty to tell you.
That sounds a bit fishy.
It is simply that my master does not wish to be revealed. And if we are to help one another, that is how it must remain.
Tell me what you know about the false coins.
Do you know Passau?
Пасау.
It's a German city, right?
Correct. A city of great wealth, where there are many merchants. Passau is a city of trade. All the currencies in Christendom change hands there.
I see. And that would include Prague Groschen.
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating there. They are made from copper plated with silver. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. They were bringing the forged coins in from Bohemia and sending back real ones. My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman, so they requested that he deal with the matter.
And so he sent you.
Yes, he needed a man that he could trust absolutely.
Ладно,
Very well.
короче, все.
I'll go and see Master Fayfar.
Godspeed. I will wait in Sassau at the Wagoner's Inn.
Ой. Кто достал шлем-то? Ой, меч, шлем. Так, дальше мне в Ротае надо ехать. Далеко, далеко надо ехать. Пока едет, я сверну. Вот тут. Да, далеко переть. Хоть бы какую-нибудь музыку вставили, что ли, когда путешествуешь. Была же раньше, сейчас нету. Вроде как. Так, с кем там мне поговорить-то надо? Обещу фейфру. Походу писарь. Походу он выше или что? Горожанин.
Hey!
С Рациком, что ли, мне поговорить? А нет. Ну, почему поговорить не нажимается? Где этот фейфру? Где-то тут должен он быть. Тут что ли? Наверное, они все спят, надо лучше подождать утра. И он появится. Постоянно ждать, надо ждать. В этой игре. Здесь закрыто. Где он все-таки находится-то? Вот, да, это писарь. Я так и думал.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really?
Да, я узнал кое-что.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. It turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
Его зовут Ульрих.
He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
Он рассказал, откуда фальшивые монеты появились.
Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
Rosenberg?
Rosenbergs? Who's that?
Кто это?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly
это
explains
значит?
why your night is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzik and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square.
Опять в Сазаву ехать. Шо тебе надо? Стоит. Тупит. Полдня туда топать в эту Сазаву. Где плотва? Ивка. Ивка, плотва. Улич, ты где? Улич, я вернулся. Блин, офигенный, конечно, у него доспех.
He looks like a hand maybe he'll lay in.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him, and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins, and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
Шо? Ты чё, вообще что ли?
What the hell are you doing?
Так, что там надо сделать? Художником поговорить.
Hey, look where you're going.
Художник по фрескам.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew.
Enjoy
Every
it.
time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
My pleasure.
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
Да, это подозрительно.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I
Понятно.
need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
У меня нет
I'm sorry, but I
времени
don't
на
have time
вас.
for it now. Well, Master Painter, are you still short of coin?
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still stands. Don't you want to buy something? Or throw a few dice?
Не, не
I'm
хочу.
sorry, but I don't have time for it now.
Не хочу.
Pull me a nail.
А на пиво у него деньги есть. Теперь туда переть надо. Так вот добегу побыстрее. Не сюда. Так, что там с кем поговорить-то?
Good health to you.
Do you have any
Ртуть.
quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Я сам по
Maybe,
себе.
just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to, it's that I can't.
Bollocks.
Не лги мне.
Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy!
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
Чем они тебе угрожали-то?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Очень хорошо, спасибо за информацию. Так, дальше. Перехом. Теперь поговорить. Ну-ка, зайду тут в бронный магазин. Что тут продается? Покруче доспехи или нет? Где тут вход? Магазик. Что-то все двери открыто забудовало, что ли?
Damn!
И перчит. На лавочке кто-то спит.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Не, все то же самое. Что набор бронника делает? Ух ты, прикольные латы. Не, ну по-моему выбора побольше. Латные. Многие латные есть. Ну как все дорого стоит. Можешь купить грант по цене. Люка я себе грант по цене. О, я же хотел поторговаться. Ну ладно. «20 защиты дает. О, обучение
Can you show me how to repair armor and weapons better?
Certainly.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics first?
Как чинить, интересно.
Well, I'll think it over.
Я продать хочу. Так, хочу купить вот эту хрень. Малый набор броника, что? Ага, чинит он. Сильно поломанную вещь не починить. Понятненько. Буду теперь знать. Как чинить шмотки. Все-таки можно чинить доспехи. И это хорошо.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Фальшивомонетчики мне к тебе.
So as to fit in.
Меня как
I
к
don't
тебе
want it known that I'm
привели.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Я не ходил.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapata.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with
Okay.
tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Это все. Закончить. Граверную мастерскую теперь проверить. На лошади туда доскочу. Погнали, лошадка. Где эта мастерская граверная? Верховая езда апнулась. Это граверная мастерская.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
Да, мне нужно.
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Чума его
Remain
убил.
calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
Мы друзья.
Since childhood. I wanted to see him.
Making friends has been a skill of his from his earliest days. Unlike making anything related to his trade. About your question, you'll find him at home, no doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bath-maid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Блин, даже не успеваю читать так
Thank you.
быстро.
I'll leave you to your work.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me. She wants me to find out why the crown's been delayed.
Through no fault of ours, I can tell you that. We had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown, a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But, well, in short, the good merchant, Martin Wieseck, who was supposed to bring it from Prague, got lost along the way. It's like the ground swallowed him up.
Well, Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of a noble wedding, and definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try to find the Moldavite.
I'd venture that would be a waste of time. Your esteemed merchant is probably long gone, gambling and whoring away the coin he got from selling your stone. If there's no other way, then replace the stone with something else.
Very well, as you wish. Naturally, we take responsibility for the loss and will compensate Lady Stephanie when we see her again. You can come for the crown tomorrow evening.
What about the crown? Is it finished?
I seem to recall telling you exactly when the crown will be finished. And that time isn't yet.
Окей. Конечно, с торговцем что угодно может случиться. Его могут убить. И не только в этом мире. И обокрасть могли. Это, походу, какой-то побочный квест был еще тут у него, у этого челика. Так, сначала схожу в купальню. Я воспользуюсь услугами купальни.
I'm interested in your services.
And what is it you...
A bit of everything. Heal my wounds, have a proper bath. Oh, and my garments are in need of laundering.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
Да что ты говоришь? Огромное удовольствие. А где-то есть.
Hey, what are you doing here? Clear off quick or I'll have you thrown out.
Hey, who's there?
What are you doing there?
Ну где? Куда она пропала?
What's where you going? What are you staring at? The bats are for paying guests. Not idlers with nothing to do. Oh! Hey, what you... Look where you
Ну
going.
блин, почему я с ней поговорить-то не могу, а? Ну чё, мне теперь до утра ждать, что ли? Ну ё-моё. А спать где-нибудь я тут могу?
You have to have a light. It's the law.
На лавочке спать можно?
Hey, you. It's forbidden to walk at night here without a light.
Не, на лавочке спать нельзя. Чё, мне до утра теперь ждать? Ну, господи, боже мой. То с ней не поговорить ни хрена. Постоянно ждать. Потому что, видите ли, она ночью багает, и с ней не поговорить. Типа она спать ушла, и все, с ней никак не поговорить. Ох. Вот. Теперь можно говорить, конечно же, с ней.
I hear you're at odds
Florian.
with Countess Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
Лодку?
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
Понятно.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Блин, опять какой-то детектив пошел.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
Это я знаю. Что сделал Ритхарш?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive? God bless.
Всё, мне больше ничего не надо. Теперь пойду опрошу этого чувака. Какой-то детектив прям. Просто. Не игра, а детектив. Куда там бежать? Далеко? Так, здесь он живет. Да, здесь. В подвале. Без окон. Как можно жить в подвале без окон?
I
Я не
hope I
понимаю.
can be of help to you, Knight.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then? All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
Counterfeiting is a crime
Палач
against
тебе
the truth.
развяжет язык.
I don't have to prove anything to have you dragged straight to the executioner.
And what if you're wrong? What's then? Under torture, everyone confesses, whether they did it or not. You'll never know for sure.
I already know for sure. You admitted it yourself a moment ago.
I won't tell you anything just the same. I can't, even if I wanted to.
Why not?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
That doesn't begin to justify what you did.
I don't care. This isn't about me. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Ну давай, я спасу твою тёлку.
I'll bring back your
Все
Esther.
беды из-за баб.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to tell me everything.
I will. I swear to God Almighty. Please, just bring her back to me. Nothing else matters.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last. They took me there when I said they had to let me speak to her.
All right.
Ой, аж в Скалицу бежать,
You're
ё-моё.
my savior.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything could happen.
Сейчас придется идти аж в Скалицу. А нет, чем скалицу. Буду лучше побежать. А лучше искалиться и бежать, наверное, по дорожке. Ой, полдня буду переть до скалицы. Чехотка. Скалится-то вообще жизнь идет или нет? Я даже не знаю. Я туда так и не возвращался. Ой. Так, ну что, там очень далеко бежать. Давай, беги, плотва. Так, я по той тропинке бегу. Да. Так, я уже близко. Ой, лагерь. Лагерь, это же лагерь разбойников. Так, щиток у меня одет. А чё вот этот щит красивее? Да, лагеря это лагеря с разбойниками.
Raise the alarm! Watch out! You call that combat? Missed! Alarm! You'll get what for?
Блин, какой. Так, вы чё дамажите-то так? Вы чё, охренели, ребята?
that the best you can do?
Так, оглушил. Да что за дела-то? Ну ты охренел, что ли? Блин, заново топать. Блин, меня бесит, когда они бьют по 3 удара вот эти вот. Никак от них не увернуться. У меня так не получается сделать, потому что стамина кончается. А они могут так. Они могут. Можно было бы остановиться вот здесь. Я бы добежал быстренько. Побегу по горам напролом. Что там далеко?
Well now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock. Hey, all of you, gather here! Raise the alarm!
Не попал. А что ты делаешь? Что ты говоришь? Так, тихо, тихо, пацаны. По одному, пожалуйста.
Call that combat? What's the matter? Come on!
Так, по 3 удара этот сразу бьет.
Now you're fucked. God. No! Is that all you've got?
Так, тихо, ребята, тихо, тихо, по одному. Так, это он по мне попал? Так, чё, все? Как так получилось вообще? По голове. Получай.
What's up? Shit yourself.
Связка ударов.
Curse it.
Так, ну ты сдохнешь вообще, нет? Ты сдаваться-то будешь? Так, восстановлю стамину. На, как это получилось? Так, подожди, мне надо обобрать. Лут надо собрать. Вторая. Куча доспехов тут. Вот так медленно ходит. Так, топорик возьму. Продам все. Так, где еще третий? Да, жесткий перегруз. И третьего-то я убил еще. Не вижу. Так, на лошадь все надо перекинуть. На лошадь, на лошадь, на лошадь, лошадь, на лошадь, на лошадь, на лошадь, Лошадь. Так, где еще-то один? Я же его где-то здесь убил. Блин, не вижу, где труп. Один, вот второй. Где третий-то? Ну ладно, хер с ним. Не вижу, где он валяется. О! Почему я нарушаю закон?
Please.
They won't hurt you now.
However did you find me?
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward too. This whole time he knew where I was.
You're right. If I were him, nothing could have stopped me coming for you.
Exactly. What a pathetic
Да, он
coward.
трус, тупо
He should
трус.
probably set off.
Я
I'll
пойду
go
с
with
тобой.
you. I'd hate to lose you on the way.
А это мы типа так вместе пошли. Прикольно. Прикольно. Причем времени идет. И быстро так перемещается. Ой. Ой-ой-ой.
Hey!
Так, что теперь-то надо сделать? С Флорианом поговорить.
What are you up to here? Get out of here, or I'll call the guards on you. Looking for something around here.
Ну я спас
I am
твоего
at your
бабищу.
service, Sir Knight.
I found that Esther of yours.
I know. Back already. How can I ever thank you?
I'll tell you all
Рассказывай.
about the goings on with Rapata.
They found me in the tavern one evening, caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapata. And a knight they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
Ежик.
They explained what they wanted from me, and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapata?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Good luck, and thanks for the help.
Детектив просто. Так, куда мне теперь идти? Искать его на лавке, что ли? Где-то тут сидит, что ли? Ты работа. Ты работа.
Be a bit more careful.
Шарлатан. Корчмарь.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Так, а что там делать-то надо? Короче, он где-то тут должен быть. А вот он. Что-то у меня шлем побелел. И он поломался.
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bathmaid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course, of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
Так, и чё? А ну стоять.
No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please.
Сесть он на лошадь хотел.
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronoff back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
На кого работает Ежик?
Who's the Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
Ладно, я уже достаточно услышал.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
Какой...
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
Бить тебя?
Ah, you're not worth tainting my sword with your blood. Now get lost before I change my mind.
Пошел отсюда.
What is it?
Так, куда теперь мне отправляться? Помощь у Ульриха? Да, я хочу помощь у Ульриха. Наконец-то я смогу кого-то нанять. Чтобы со мной кто-то дрался. Но это, наверное, на один бой Ульрих со мной пойдет. Постоянно-то я его не смогу брать с собой. Так, что там? По сытости. Ульрих, ты где?
Welcome, Henry.
А где Ульрих-то? Что-то я не понял. Ну и где он? А, он, наверное, на втором этаже. Давай, Якубович.
I finally found out where the forger's workshop is. Master Fayfar was right. The forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
О, он мне поможет. А где твой доспех? Ты что, без доспеха пойдешь? Ну что за баи? Почему он пошел без доспеха? Вот. В чем был, в том и пошел. Ну ё-моё. Ну офигительно. Придурок.
Well now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock.
To arms! Get over here!
I'll slaughter you!
Over here!
Is that the best you can do?
Unspot.
Come here, Lily.
He'll fucker!
Так, один сдался.
God in heaven, no! Leave me alone, please! You'll get out! Get over here!
Так, сейчас я тебе покажу тройной удар. Получил тройной удар. Только я не попал ни разу. Ну и где рыцарь-то? Рыцарь дедушка-то. Ну ты, парень, даешь без доспеха.
You're going to cry now.
Дедушка, ну ты где? Помоги мне. Дедушка. Якубович. Придется все делать самому, я так понял, да? А вот и дед. Давай, дед, помогай мне, ты где?
Is that the best you can do?
Да ёб твою мать. Придурочный дед. Надо свет включить. Опять-то без доспехов. Ну ты и дурак. Ты просто идиот.
What is it?
Ну почему так? Ну что за бред, а?
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Who are you? Hey, who's there? Hey, all of you, gather here! Raise the alarm!
Вот, пока они на него агрятся, надо их бить, короче.
What's the matter? Come on.
Так, куда-то побежал. Куда он побежал? Дед, зачем ты за ними погнался? Помоги мне, дед. Дед. Вот что это за баг такой? Все, они его убили с одного удара. Охренительно. Я должен все один делать, да? 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 Сука. Конченый дед, а? Баганул. Там есть другое сохранение какое-нибудь? Тупо без доспеха и багает, блин, круто.
Be a bit more careful. Hey, watch it.
Там бежишь, дед? Придется со всеми самому разбираться.
Hey, what are you up to? What the hell was that?
Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter.
Hey, all of you, gather here! Raise the alarm! Over here! Where is everyone? Get the knees, have you?
Здорово.
I'm going to enjoy this. You've got to be kidding.
Ну и как я против них всех должен сражаться?
You call that combat? Is that the best you can do?
Да ёпт.
Your end is nigh. You're dead.
Да игра норм, только багов много. Например, я сейчас выполняю задание. Пришел с дедом, поговорил. С рыцарем. По заданию там. Надо было поговорить, типа, чтобы он со мной пошел. А как только он пошел, я с ним поговорил, когда он спал. И в итоге он пошел не в доспехах, а в том, в чем спал. И вот он типа должен мне в битве помогать, но он куда-то убегает, хрен знает куда. И вот как мне против 5 драться? Я не понимаю. Вот. Такая вот хрень.
Be a bit more careful.
Он мне даже тупо не помогает. Он убегает за каким-то челом. И все. И я дерусь против 5. Я не знаю, как замансовать против 5. Сейчас он вообще в шахту побежал. Что с этой игрой происходит, я не понимаю. Он тупо бежит по прямой. Да пошли вы в жопу. Вот в узком проходе у меня есть преимущество. Ах ты сука. Может быть, их в узком проходе просто бить? Просто я не понимаю, что этот дед делает. Просто не понимаю. Ну, я знаю, как победить. Я буду, короче, их бить в узком проходе.
What are you? Remember how you saw Yezek sent 3 men on that? You're in the wrong place, wrong time.
Come here, little liver.
Давайте, идите сюда, в узкий проход.
Is that all you got? Raise the alarm! Watch out!
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Так, по одному, по одному. Так, по одному, по одному.
What's the matter? Come on.
Так, ну наведись-то на этого детка. С дубиной какой-то, а нет, с топором. Ну вот как он так бьет, а? Да давайте все еще по 3 удара побейте меня. Нет, тут походу надо загружать игру, потому что старик баганул. Чертов старик, бля. Так, что это за захоронение-то? Девицу, да, спасать? Блин, не хочу это заново проходить. Может, если перезайти в игру, она отлагает? Я попробую. Может быть, он в доспехах будет, этот дедок и поможет мне нормально перезайти в игру.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia.
Проверю. Не, все равно он залагал. Блин, как же их победить всех, а? Так, ну ладно, буду следовать за ним.
Who's there?
Hey!
Побежим куда-то, не знаю куда.
Go ahead and gather your strength. You'll need it.
Watch out, got searing hot.
Тут еще разбойники. Так, и чё? Я прошел игру багом. Точнее, этот квест.
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here? I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Дедок хочет все. Давайте, ежик. Так, ну что такая долгая загрузка-то? Ну и чё, мы сегодня загружаться-то будем? Ну и чё? Зависло, что ли? Так, ну в чем дело-то? Игра. Ты грузиться будешь? Отлично. Бесконечная загрузка. Ну и чё? Что за баги тупые?
Charles the Fourth, King of Bohemia.
Опять с этого же места. Короче, понятно теперь, как этот квест проходить. Не надо ни с кем драться. Просто вот так вот бежишь и все. Куда ты бежишь-то вместе со мной? Просто вот так вот бежишь, сюда прибегаешь. Вот и все, весь квест. Не надо ни с кем драться. Но это я все уже видел.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzik Kobila.
You can tell your lord the man is dead. He'll never find out.
But he will. Or do you think you can lock this man away from sight until Judgment Day?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with rats and snakes, especially now. There is no secret that is not for sale. If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the month is out.
I've beaten you once already. Do you really want to try again?
I have no choice.
You could hang up your sword, stop being a knight.
Why would I do that?
Your age. Every morning you wake up feeling more and more sluggish. Day after day just collecting more grey hair and losing your strength. If you'd been a few years younger, you'd have carved me up. But now, if even a brat like me can trounce you, that's probably the Lord's way of telling you to find a new line of work. It's time to look the truth in the eyes. You've grown too old.
Old I may be, but not so weak as to let mere words defeat me.
Very well. You asked for it, old man.
Блин, опять с ним драться, что ли? Ну сейчас я его изи побью без доспеха. Все. Мертв. Ну ничего нету.
Please, please, I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
Нет, мы не договоримся.
But not here and not to me. Let's go.
Let's go. Master Fayfar is very keen to meet you.
Его арестовал. Ежика.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fayfar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
Гроши мне дайте за такую работу, пожалуйста.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rate. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Ratai then.
Мне гроши когда-нибудь заплатят нормально? Я столько дел уже сделал, столько раскрыл всяких преступлений. Прям как частный детектив. Но почему-то гроши мне никто не платит. Что там за сообщение? Ты пока идет. Как же долго ты топаешь.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Ничего не нужно от тебя. Ва!
Be merciful, good people.
Спатеньки уже хочет. Мой персонажик. Где понравится?
Welcome, Henry.
Вот, понравится, кстати. Мне нужно с вами поговорить.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Еще одну вещь.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Меня?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir. Sir, I've been to Ujits, and the parish priest there is very odd indeed. He's very handy with a sword. Do you know anything about him, sir?
Godwin? Aye, an intriguing fellow. He's the youngest son of one of the lords of Kuttenberg. He was sent to the university to become a priest, as is customary with the youngest son. But he didn't much care for it. So when he finished studying, instead of taking up his parish, he went roaming. I imagine he had a pretty adventurous life. And then one day he came back and settled down. Hanush would know more about him.
Понятненько.
May I be of service, my lord?
Yes, Henry. Chief Engineer Fafar has been asking for someone reliable to assist him.
The chief engineer? Is it about Skallets?
In a manner of speaking. Master Fafar has, well, evil forebodings. I think he may want to send you to the Skallets mines.
Can they really be restored?
Everything can be rebuilt with enough will and resources. Well, everything except a man. You'll get the details from Chief Engineer Fafar. For the time being, consider yourself his handyman.
Certainly. Where do I find him? Is he here in the castle?
Where? Now that's a good question. He went to Sasau to deal with something there. Most likely at the inn.
Well, thank you. I'll go and see him straight away.
Good luck, Hal.
Как игра сохранилась. Так, теперь мне ключики надо забрать у этого чувака, у жирненького. Бен, как там его? Бернард. Эй, что такое? Что это было? Я упал с лошади? Ты меня зацепило за что-то? Так, это не Бернард.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Он похож на Бернарда. Но он уже спит, да? Это же он и есть, нет? Одно лицо. А все, уже его нету. Исчез. Классно. Реалистично.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
I need the key to Yezhek's cell.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
If I were you,
Я вот так
I
вот
wouldn't
отвечу.
question Sir Radzig's orders. Give me the key.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
Так, все, ключики забрал, теперь в тюрячку. Допрашивать. Может быть, дадите мне проехать-то, а? Так, где тут вход в тюрячку? Нет, это не тюрячка. Тоже не тюряга. Это я тут бродил, я видел, помню. Да почему все закрыто?
Welcome, Henry.
Так, не тут. Ой.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
Меня не
God
туда свернул.
almighty. How did I get here? I must have lost my way again.
Что за толчок?
Drunken fool.
Да я не пьяный. Да блин, где же вход в тюрячку? Ой, вообще заблудился.
What?
Как отсюда выйти-то? другой стороны, что ли? Здесь вот.
Damn!
Вот, нашел. Нашел! Ежик. Пан Ежик.
Finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
Честью?
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor...
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
I suppose there's some truth in that. I may speak with Sir Radzig and he might pardon you, but not unless you start talking.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
Я уже запутался.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave.
Ой,
A man in
что-то
my
я
position
зеваю.
finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced, and after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
Ну ладно, раз он не хочет быть изменником, я попытаюсь.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
Если он будет нам хорошо служить. И нет. Что теперь? Пану Рацику теперь идти. Почему-то не могла на площадь просто выйти лошадь. Все правильно. Думал, не туда еду. Ну где пан Рацик?
Greetings, Henry. Be a bit more careful.
Тут нету пана Рацика. Ой, сейчас тихну. Где он бродит-то? Таямба.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what the others claim.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
But if someone at the monastery is perpetrating crimes against the crown...
True enough. Why don't I go and arrest King Sigismund of Luxembourg while I'm about it? He's committed a crime or two, hasn't he? I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, So Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasso and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. So Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasso and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Sir, there's one more thing. Sir Jezek went with me without resistance, because I promised him he could come to an agreement with you.
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very badly for both of us.
Да,
But
зря ему
if it
обещал.
can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? We may well come to some arrangement after all, but I can't say yet what will become of him. You'd better run along.
Как прикажете, пан.
As you command, sir.
Игра сохранилась. Хорошо. Я думаю, можно на этом остановиться сегодня. Что там дальше надо? Спрашивать о вербовщиках. Пару мест нет на карте. Думаю, на этом можно закончить стрим. Всем пока, если кто-то смотрит. Вроде кто-то сидит, но молчат.